What's up, everybody? I'm Brian from i1Tesla, and I've got
Karen from i1Tesla.
We're in Karen's Model X. It's a Raven P100D. I think you call it that still. But anyway, it's a performance Model X, and we've got a software update. Last night we got a software update. I didn't want to do it yet because
you have a shadow across your forehead.
Because there's supposed to be more power, more juice, whatever Elon said. This is a P100D or Raven Performance Model X. It's supposed to get 50 more horsepower, so he says, because of the whole Porsche incident and saying that their cars were actually faster, which they're not. But anyway, we waited to do this because I got the draggy device up on the windshield. We're going to test 0 to 60 before we do the update at 90%. We charged our car to 90%, and then we drove over to this nice flat area in Mexico. So it's legal here, isn't it? Anyway, we're gonna do 0 to 60. We're gonna get that time, and what we have sitting here is 2019.36.1. That's supposed to be some nice fun features in there, so we're gonna go home after we do the 0 to 60. We're gonna go home and install this, but charge the car to 90% again to do the same run. See what that difference is. He says 5%. Is that 50 horsepower? 5% of, it's close to it because this is supposed to have 760 horsepower. So 5% isn't really 50 horsepower, but we'll see what that actually does to numbers from 0 to 60 and see if this Raven Model X can actually beat the Porsche Taycan. Something. Toucan, yeah, big nose. The car is 90 when we left the house, and our tire pressure is low to like 38 pounds right now. It's 59 degrees outside. I'm gonna set up a GoPro. I'm gonna hook up to the draggy device. It's got to find satellites to find exactly where we're going. And right now, it doesn't matter if it's totally flat. We're going to come back to the same exact spot and see what the difference is between those two. So it doesn't have to be exactly perfect. We want to do the exact same spots to get the exact same readings, hopefully around the same temperature. So we're going to wait for no cars to come back and forth here. Then we can get it into launch mode. But there's a sequence you have to do to get in launch mode. You put the suspension to very low.
Did you put it in?
Then we're going to put it in Ludicrous Plus. Now, I'm not waiting for this to warm up because we're not going to wait for it to warm up the second time, because we're going to do the exact same thing. We just left the house, we came here, we're going to try to recreate the same exact thing. So this will probably be a little quicker if you waited to get the whole thing warmed up. That's what's nice about the Model 3. You don't have to wait to do all that stuff. So you can hit reset right now. Reset. We're going to put it in launch mode. We got it, and go. Jeez. Whew. 3.19.
That wasn't very good.
All right. Keep in mind that's cold.
Something hit that garage.
Oh wow, car. We're going to go back and do it one more time, just so we have two, see how close they are together. So it says 35 minutes to get complete full power out of this, and that's why the first run was 3.19 seconds. That was without the rollout.
What's rollout?
The rollout is what most people track, what most people use. It's a 1 foot rollout, and roll 1 foot before they start calculating. Why? I don't know, but that would be it's on the next sheet that we took a screenshot of. Same spot, you can reset it. Is it reset? Ready? 3.16. So pretty much the same. So the exact same spot, pretty much the same numbers, 3.1 and change. We're gonna go back and charge this up to 90%. And go back to the same exact spot, but first we're going to do the software update. All right, so we're back at the same place. We've charged back up to 90%. We've done the update 36.1, and there's some pretty cool stuff in it. And what we're here for is ludicrous mode. Gets better acceleration. It's all in the front motor, not the rear motor. So it's using the torque better between the two and giving more power to that Model 3 motor that's up in the front. So we're going to see if it makes a difference. We've done the exact same thing. We got here, we haven't put it in ludicrous mode yet. Last time we got right here, we put it in ludicrous mode, put it in very low. The tire pressure is the same, 39, roughly the same, and it's 59 degrees still. So it's about the same exact thing. It took about an hour for the update, and then we had to charge the car. So it's been about an hour and a half or hour and 40 minutes. So we're gonna see what the difference is.
Yeah, right on.
I thought you were gonna be like Matthew McConaughey. All right. So we are doing the same thing, collecting satellites for the same exact area again. We just put it on ludicrous mode. It still has to warm up, so let's see if it's the same thing as before. First of all, I have to lower it. Let's go to driving. 40 minutes. Last time it said 35. Pretty much the same thing. We have the draggy device in the exact same spot. We're going to hit reset once we get out on the street. You can hold that. Ludicrous Plus. We put it in launch mode. We're in launch mode now. Ready?
1.37. It's the same.
Same exact thing?
Except for this time my seatbelt locked. My seatbelt didn't lock last time.
It felt pretty fast.
No, not according to...
2.98. So same exact thing. Charged to 90%. Same exact numbers.
Didn't do anything.
Run number 2. Launch mode.
That's a cop. Isn't that funny? It wasn't. See? It's only 45 on this road, I think.
All right, it's the next day. It's Sunday. Well, Sunday at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This morning I got up and charged the Model X to 100% just to see if there was any range increase, because he said there was supposed to be some range and I wasn't sure if it was going to be in this update or not. Well, it wasn't, because when I left the house, well, I've already left the house a little bit. I'm already down to 292. When I fully charged it, it only charged to 295, which this is a performance Model X and it's supposed to get 305. I never have gotten 305, but I'm already lost, according to what Tesla says, I've already lost 10 miles after 4 months of driving with 12,000 miles. That seems kind of high. And for Karen driving this back and forth to work most of the time, we have not launched this car. Well, I've launched a little bit, but we haven't sit there and taken this to the track all the time. Actually, ever. We haven't done anything like that. And to lose 10 miles already, he said there's going to be a 3% increase. That's not going to get me back up, I don't think. But the reason I charge it to 100% is I want to warm it up all the way. And let's see, I have to drive it a little bit. Right now, I'm on Ludicrous Plus already, and it's going to take 30 minutes to fully heat up the battery. Once it's really, there's no difference between 100% to 90 something percent, right around there, 93%. There shouldn't be much of a difference at all. So I'm going to warm this up for the next 30 minutes. When I first did it, it said 45 minutes because it's 56 degrees. About the same as yesterday. We're at the same tire pressure, 38 PSI. Hopefully it doesn't take the 30 minutes, or hopefully it doesn't take too much of the battery. I'm gonna set the battery. Let's go to display. We're gonna go to energy. We're at 99% right now. And that's where I'm gonna keep it at that, so we know exactly where we're gonna be at to do this launch. Getting on the highway, I see some cones here, and look at on the screen. They show up on the screen. I'm on an exit ramp here, or an entrance, but you can see the cones. Now those are laying down. I wonder if they're gonna show up on the standing up or laying down. It only shows the ones. Okay, it still shows a cone there. It still shows a cone right on the screen there. That's pretty cool. It really only shows the cone standing up. Those two are laying down, and well, it only shows the one there. Well, the one laying down keeps popping in and out. They show up just like cars going by. You know what I just thought of with this new hill hold? You don't have to put it in park anymore. It's not in park. I'm gonna open the door and get out and see what happens. It automatically parked itself. You don't have to push park on the car anymore. Not sure if everyone's gonna like that. We have the draggy device right up on the window, and we're gonna get going on this. It is ready now. Sweet, finally completely ready. Our tires are a little bit warmer at 40 pounds. it's gonna have to find the satellites again. Forgot we got this phone holder for Karen. I'll have to use that. I'll link in the description for that. Got it on Amazon, of course. We are at 972 feet above sea level, and let's go make sure we're in very low driving ludicrous mode. All right, resetting this. Launch control ready. Holy crap. Whew. 2.95. 2.76 with the rollout. 2.76 with the rollout. Not too shabby, fully charged up. Let's do that again. So it definitely makes a difference warmed up. 2.7, 0 to 60, Model X, Raven. That's pretty close to what they said the Model S did. Again, that's with the rollout. 2.95 without the rollout. No cars. There's a car there, but it's in front of us. All right. Reset. Launch control. Jeez. 2.97. That was complete even level playing field, it said. That's pretty strong. Let's try one more thing. I've got an idea. Let's try something here. Something you might have seen on the internet. The Porsche Taycan and the Model S. Performance Model S. Apparently the Model S got beat by the Porsche, but they lied. We're going to try to recreate that in the Model X. We've got Ludicrous Plus on, which is ready. We have range mode on. They have had range mode on in the test. They did not use launch mode because the suspension was not all the way down and it did not squat and take off. So I'm just going to put it on hill hold, get out there, and we're going to see what it can do. 3.01 is with launch mode and these same settings. We're going to see what the difference is without launch mode. I know it's a huge difference. So we're going to get out here. I'm going to hit reset and we are in hill hold. Ready? Huge difference. 3.23. 3.23 from 3.02, I think it was, or 3.01 to 3.23. Night and day difference. Doesn't sound like a whole lot, but it feels like a whole big difference.